You know, I feel like Paladin is in a really, really strong spot right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't even see my face. 1 second. There you go. Now you can see my face. We're gonna get rid of everything. I'd rather start off with a turn 1 play. Wind Chill is fine. Like, we could potentially freeze one of his big minions, but I would rather have a 1 or 2 drop minion so I can play and contest the board. We don't get a 1 drop minion, but luckily, unfortunately, we only have like 2 of them, so it's not that big of a deal. This deck is fairly aggressive, but also fairly mid-range as well. He gets unlucky and doesn't get a 1 drop either, so we get to drop the Sleep Breaker, get an extra Wind Chill. We'll be able to play the Bear. Ideally on turn like oh! I was bamboozled! Hit him with the Greetings as soon as it reveals him. Let's go. I wanna hit him with the Greetings. It's just the kind, polite thing to do. Every time you get bamboozled by Maestra, you gotta greet each other. You have to. Those are the unspoken rules of Hearthstone. Hit him with the Greetings. You got me. We got both of the birds, which means that Baron should actually end up being really, really strong. Hit first, pump this up. Keep going face. We're just going to try to rush him down and flood the board turn 7, 8, and 9 and finish him off as quickly as possible. Playing some Secret Burgle Rogue. I do want to play Secret Burgle Rogue. I do actually want to play a deck like that. A Secret Rogue of some sort. Don't SI Agent or SI Extortion. Oh. Well, that was weird. So my hope is that this Death Rattle pumps up this minion. So that way we can kill it. Okay, and then we can trade there, or we can just keep going face and freeze this actually, which might end up being better, now that I think about it. We didn't play an Elemental last turn, we can just freeze both. We get another Wind Chill. We'll go face. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed that I don't have an Elemental to play, and this is the problem with the Brilliant Macaws and taking out 1 extra Elemental for it. And part of the reason why I might run a take out Bolner and put in 1 extra thing, it's just that he's so strong. It's such a strong card. Oh man, being able to double activate stuff. But honestly, taking him out for like a menacing Nimbus might not be bad. Or maybe running the thing that freezes everything and gains +1/+1 for everything frozen. I'm still experimenting with this build. I'm not sure. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty well. I'm not entirely sure how to do this. We're gonna freeze this, draw a card, we get a Cage Match Custodian. I could go Boom Boom and Totem. If I go Boom Boom and Totem, I think the goal is actually to kill off some minions. If I go Boom then Boom, then it'll take 7 mana to play both of these next turn, which still doesn't really help me. So I might as well just flood the... No. I'd still like the opportunity to reduce the cost of these things a little bit. And then we'll kill off this so he can't Shadow Step it or anything. And our main win condition is just gonna... Wait. Baron is an Elemental! I'm an idiot! We just play him turn 6! Duh! I'm so dumb. You have to kill off the 5-1, right? You're not? Interesting. Maybe we Lily Pad Lurker that instead then. Like, trade... and then just like play Baron, and then play him again, and then play him again, and then just go crazy. It's either that, or Lily Pad Lurker this so he doesn't get an extra activation, still decent stats, and then play Baron turn 7. I like playing Baron turn 7. I actually don't mind it at all. And this is why we run the Macaws though. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be get rid of that. I don't want to potentially get bursted down or anything. No reason to Totem. It really just takes up space at this point. Then next turn Baron, then next turn Macaw, and then another one. And that's basically the way the cookie crumbles, honestly. But yeah, I'm doing really well. Here to enjoy the stream? I'm glad. I hope you do enjoy the stream. I'm pretty sure I take out Bolner for an extra Elemental though to keep up the Elemental synergy, and... honestly, I don't know if I'm a fan of Wildpaw Cavern. Don't get me wrong, it's actually a really, really good card. It just feels weird not playing Elementals. We'll just do this, and then the Brilliant McCall will go off. It's fine. It's a pretty solid play. It's Bamboozle, but it turns into probably a 4-drop, right? 3-drop. Wait, is Bamboozle only 2 more? Oh, the Frog is a 0-cost card, not a 1-cost. Never mind, that's actually really good for us. We've developed a pretty decent board here, and we'll see what happens. Hey, Mr. Eager. Hey, Jonas. How's it going? Don't get me wrong. The Wild Paw Cavern is super duper good. It's just, I don't know if it really fits in the deck. If it were a Frost spell, maybe, but it's not. And yes, it gets consistent pressure on the board, but I'd rather have Menacing Nimbus and the guy that freezes the entire board to make sure I have a more consistent elemental synergy, more consistent early game. You can't get everything, right? Yeah. And because I can't get everything, it makes me feel like maybe I should play around specifically elementals and not try to get in just the Wild Paw Cavern, which is a very, very good card. I cannot stress this enough. It is a fantastic card. How much damage do I have here? Is this enough to kill him? Well, definitely is now. GG. Okay, I mean, the deck still performed well. It didn't end up mattering too much. I mean, you didn't have to double activate the Macaw, but still. So minus the weapon, this hand is friggin' phenomenal. It's basically the exact same, the exact thing you want if you were playing a normal Elemental Shaman last expansion. Wailing Vapor turn 1, Coin Arid Stormer turn 2, Gyre Worm turn 3, and then a Wind Chill to help you cycle through your deck a little bit. Hey Ikor, I found a non-aggro druid. Have you found any non-aggro druid decks yet? Glad to finally catch your stream. No, I've been racking my brain and just... You could still play Clown Druid. I think Clown Druid is good because aggro is being played a little bit less. There aren't as many Oh My Yogs right now either. So you don't really have to worry about that as much. I think Clown Druid is in a surprisingly good spot, but there are no decks that are really running Guff. There just aren't. So do I want to go Wailing, Coin, Kindling, and then set up for Arid Stormer? I feel like the answer is yes, because then it'll pump up Wailing, and we still have the exact same curve, just 1 extra minion. Or we play Kindling and Vapor, and he gets 1 less attack, but we have 1 more minion on the board that's harder to kill, which plays around... No, let's pump him up. I think pumping him up is better, and then we just play this and then this, and it's fine. But I don't know, Drekthar Druid, I don't like it very much. I think it's fine, and if you get Drekthar, I can pop off, but if you don't, it's just kind of meh. That's fine. Let me play Arid Stormer. Oh, shoot, he can kill that. Oh, snap, wait, that just gets bigger and bigger. And then it'll have 4 attack, and it'll kill my 2/4. That's crazy. We'll play Wailing Caverns. Wow, that's actually really, really good for him. Holy moly. Aim shot's fine. We get to push some decent damage. We'll play this and then this. This is fascinating, though. I think I should beat him in the face race, but he's not able to actually use his weapon and go face that much. You know, maybe I misjudged Bloodseeker. Maybe it's a surprisingly good card. But Wild Paw Cavern gets me a 3/4 that will eventually be able to freeze him, and then we'll be able to play the rest of our cards, just dump basically everything else, and that'll be it. Piercing Shot, that is a bit of a bummer, I will admit. But playing this, I think, just works just fine. You get a 3/4, that'll freeze his face. He won't be able to get that last attack off with the weapon, which is nice. I want to craft a deck, but every expansion when I do it gets nerfed. What's a safe craft for this meta? I would say wait a little bit. The first round of nerfs are always pretty early on and usually hit a pretty wide array of cards. So I would say wait until the first nerf announcement and then craft your deck. As of right now, I just recommend sticking with if you already had the cards for like Quest Warrior or Quest Warlock, I think that those decks are still good. Quest Warlock is still very good. Quest Warrior is still fine. Are you gonna kill it? Do you have like Wound Prey? Is he hoping for charge? He didn't get charge.
That's an upgrade.
Oh. Ah, okay. That's not active. I think I'm gonna lose. That's 5, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. If he has one more damage over the course of the next couple of turns, I lose. All because he got... Fudge! Are you serious? Oh, that went so horribly. He found the damage he needed. He just won the game. No, he didn't! He technically didn't. Not yet. Not yet. So he can kill one, hex the other, freeze the last one. No, we have to kill, hex, freeze. And we're at 1 and he has to top deck damage. So we go kill, hex the 5-2, freeze the 2-1, freeze the 2-1, hit this to pump up, and we should be alive if he didn't top deck 1 damage. And if he didn't, we win.
Hungry, aren't ya?
He can't play trampling. Okay, you know what? Bloodseeker turned out to be a much better card than I thought it was going to be. But this draws me the weapon guaranteed. We play the Whack-A-Null and we just hit him. And he dies. Holy moly! Okay, that was a much closer game than I thought it was going to be. After seeing my initial hand, I was like, my hand is goated. There's no way. Gonna keep Kindling Elemental and Cage Match Custodian again. Gyre Worm, honestly, it could be Kindling Elemental and then just like... Ooh, I want to play the Forgeborn early. What if I just do nothing turn 3 or turn 2 and then just play the Forgeborn turn 3 and then just pop off so that way I can get it off as early as possible. Oh my gosh. Because if I play anything right now, it doesn't really do anything. And then we can have a big turn 4. Like our turn 4 will be absolutely massive. Our turn 4 will literally be able to play all of these things. This, and this. And we'll have elemental synergy. We'll just overflow the board, basically. I'm okay with that. Are you gonna Shiver Their Timbers that? I do not agree with that play. I think a 1-2 without the ability to pump up is a little bit weird champ, but okay, we'll do this. It'll activate these things. They'll all be reduced in cost. Vibes surrounded by purple stars. Hey Alex, how's it going? Good vibes only. Thanks so much for the 2 euros. Happy to have you around. Always a pleasure. He's gonna hit that and kill it. That's fine. I think that we play this actually. Reduce the costs even further. Play this, freeze that, draw a weapon. And then we get to draw a card as well. We'll freeze that, draw a weapon. We're in a good spot. We're in a very good spot. We can go Wailing or Wildpaw Cavern next turn with Gyre Worm. Really good turn 4 play. For the person who was saying that we didn't need to run the Granite Forgeborn, this is why we run it. And all of the other elementals after this will be strong as well. I think that it was just a good call in general. Lilypad Lurker. We could play both. So it could be like Lilypad Lurker, hit that. Or it could be Gyre Worm, this hit, and then save the Lilypad Lurker for like a more important minion later on. It's either Gyre Wild, I think it's Gyre Wildpaw, actually. Because we can go boom, the Cavern, trade, they both live, and then next turn Elemental Synergy is still active and we can play the Lurker and the Whack-A-Null on the same turn, turn 6, and just push damage. Glad to see you here. Thanks for the awesome content. No problem, man. Thank you for the awesome support. And let's see how the rest of this game goes. I mean, he wasted a Shiver Their Timbers already on a minion. Like, even if he has the means to kill the 3/4, he'll be frozen this turn. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me. Lily Pad Lurker, I mean, I guess I can freeze the 4/3. He's gonna kill that and freeze himself, which is fine. I don't necessarily want this to be pumped up. Do I want this to be pumped up, or do I want one of these to be pumped up? Like, I could push one more damage, but I don't think that really matters. I would like to kill off this and then hex that. Kill off this. And then just hex the 4/3. It's no big deal. We got one more paw. We're going to get another 3/4, and then we're going to get another 3/4 next turn. Is this a good deck, or are you just trying something new? I'm basically just trying out a bunch of new stuff. I'm trying to see if a sort of elemental / freeze shaman deck is viable. I really want it to be good, so I'm trying it out. He can't attack, so that doesn't get to do anything. Rokara will come out next turn. But I mean, we're going to apply enough pressure these next couple of turns where it shouldn't really matter too much. Lilypad Lurker. What do I want to hex is the question. And I believe the answer is I would like to hex the 3/3, because it'll do more damage and I can kill it once I pump this up. That's fine. Then we hit here. No, wait, what am I talking about? We hex this. Then we hit here, so he doesn't gain more armor. Freeze him again. Play another Whack-a-Mole Hammer. Get an extra minion. We know that he has a weapon in his hand and Rokara. So unless this is Barov and he just drew Rancor, we win the game next turn. So statistically, it's unlikely that he has them. Man the Cannons shouldn't be enough to keep him alive. He gets to play that in Rokara, but we still have 20 damage showing. Looks like we got him. I've been popping off with Paladin. Paladin is really strong right now, so that makes sense.